Good evening and welcome to the Hemingway Jones live fountain pen show. Our little corner of the internet where we talk about fountain pens, of course, inks, journals and journaling, and just about everything and anything that will keep you inspired, keep you writing and thinking about these incredible pens that we spend so much time and so much of our imagination on. They really are fascinating, isn't it? And it's kind of an interesting hobby. Who would think that stationery, and more specifically writing instruments, would captivate us so deeply as they have? There'd be so much to talk about, so much to obsess over. But you understand, you are cursive literate. You get it. You are the best and brightest. You are the Society of Inky Fingers. I don't know how many names I can come up for you. But I do appreciate you coming each Tuesday night to spend a little time with me as I talk about all these different things. So much to say, so much to do tonight. We have a very interesting show for you this evening. I will be comparing two of my favorite pens, the Pelikan M1000, in a very traditional pinstripe pants, green and black, and the Pilot Custom Urushi. Gosh, the color looks great, doesn't it? Something about, I think I'm wearing yellow. It's making the color representation look great. And where the lights are, beautiful pens. So I will be comparing these. I will not be doing a which one is better, which one is awesome, like which one wins. It's not the Pelikan M1000 versus the Pilot Custom Urushi. It's against. They're measured against each other. They're both awesome pens. I'll hear no, you choose one over the other. Of course, I'm kidding, of course. We do that quite a bit. But tonight it's more of a comparison, because in the comments of a recent short that I put up about the Pelikan M1000, I think 3 or 4 people were asking, how does it compare to the Pilot Custom Urushi? And I thought there's probably no better way to answer that than as part of the live show, because it makes it very, very immediate. And I like that. I like doing reviews and things live. I think it gives them a spontaneity, and energy that some of the pre-recorded stuff doesn't always have. So I like that. Also, I got some ink. I won't be using it this evening, but I have a friend at work who's a fountain pen person, and they were using an ink color. And I asked them, where did you get that ink color? It looks like Leonardo da Vinci's writing. I love it. What is it? And they said it's platinum sepia. So I tried the platinum sepia black, and that wasn't it. But this is. This is the pigmented sepia. And most of it's in Japanese, so I can't help you there. But I will be putting this in a pen shortly. I have a pen picked out for it. It will be a returning champion to the channel. A lot of old friends will be revisiting the channel. I was thinking about this recently, and I'm going to get into our main topic very quickly tonight, because I can go off on tangents, which is part of what this show's about. But still, I've been thinking about how few pens I've purchased this year. I'm not sure if I've purchased a pen this year. Does anybody remember me buying a pen? Now, I've received a bunch of pens this year. I've received beautiful pens from Joost Appelboom. He sent 2 Pelikans, an M805 and an M809. Beautiful pens. A Scribo, which we've already talked about. And a bunch of other stuff. Just amazing stuff. And then Schaefer sent a Legacy. No, did they? No, they didn't send. Yeah, they did. Yeah, sorry. Schaefer sent a Legacy Chevron, with the black PVD coated nib that is this week's video on Thursday. So check that out if I can do a commercial for myself. It's on the black nibbed chevron Schaefer Legacy. So that is an absolutely brilliant one that's coming out. And then earlier in the year, I got the other Legacy. I think that come from Atlas. My memory. Where's my memory? Oh my. Well, we do have a super chat. Fountain Pen Carl. Hello, Carl. $10. Thanks so much. So looking forward to this. I'm hooked. Thanks for the life support education, enhancing my cursive literacy. Thank you for the super chat and enhancing keeping the lights on. It means a lot. I really appreciate it. So thank you for that, Carl. I'm glad you're here. I'm honored by each and every one of you that watches the show, participates, leaves a comment, or is part of the chat. And just give you an idea of how vigorous the chat is on Tuesday nights. We are, according to my clock, 7 minutes in, and that's like a minute and a half for my opening. And there are already 207 chats. So you guys are very, very active, and I appreciate it very much. So thank you for that. So one of the things I ask, if you don't mind, is just please subscribe. Just come along on this journey with us. I promise you it will be entertaining. We'll be looking at things in a new way. A bunch of new videos coming out. I think you'll be very, very excited. We're going in some exciting directions. So please do subscribe if you're a regular viewer, and consider becoming a member too. Membership is fun. There's some bonus videos in the back. I wish more of you watched the bonus videos, but it's okay. I love that you guys are really here for support. You get your name at the end of videos, which I love. I love putting you there because I consider you all producers. So that's super fun. And soon, in a couple weeks, we're going to do a Zoom. I'll have someone set up a Zoom meeting for all of us, which will be super fun too. And of course, there's the Pen Pal group for Illuminati and Cognoscenti members, which is a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So yep, Schaefer is the video of the week, which I'm super excited about. All right, we're going to start. What do you think? Should we start? I think we should. By the way, I see a lot of the members here tonight. I love that you guys come to the chat. I really appreciate it so much. Okay. The Menozine paper is our paper for tonight. Pelikan Custom Urushi. Ooh, fancy schmancy. Yes, this is a very expensive pen. It's $1,500–$1,600 generally for this pen, but you can get it anywhere from $11–$12 secondhand, certainly. And also, some pen places will have a discount occasionally. This pen also $1,000 for the Pelikan M1000. By the way, take a point off every time I confuse Pilot and Pelikan. They both begin with P's. It's a possibility, that's for sure. So you can get this in the 6s and 7 for the transparent green one. I've noticed that one's often going on sale. If I were buying this, I would hold out for green and black striped pens, or for blue and black. Did I make it in blue and black? I have an M800 in blue and black. I love it. But I feel like when I think Pelikan, this is classic. So I really like this. And an interesting fact about this pen, it's almost about to hit its 30-year anniversary. It came out in 1997 as kind of a Montblanc 147 killer. That was the idea of it. It was going to compete shoulder to shoulder with the Montblanc 149, which I happen to have handy. So this pen, and this was a competitor. So it's the flagship of the Pelikan production line, if you will. I can't really tell. It's about the same length. It feels more substantial than the 149. It has gold at the end of the cap, which I appreciate. It has a gorgeous two-tone gigantic nib. It's almost like they said, well, the 149 has quite a large nib. Let's go much bigger. Why not? It's a piston fill. It has some weight to it because the piston gives a tremendous balance. Nice grip. Threads aren't too scratchy. Material's very, very nice. So there's a lot to be said for this pen. And I feel like you really can make the argument that it's superior to the Montblanc 149, which is a fantastic pen. I do disparage it often, but I do adore this pen, and it is very much my yardstick from which I compare many pens. But this one is valid. These two head-to-head, they were meant to compete with each other. Pelikan literally crafted this to beat this pen, and I think you can make that argument. It's also less expensive. I wish Montblanc would raise their game a little, put an ebonite feed on here, and make sure your nibs aren't scratchy and skippy and false starty. Could you do that, please, Montblanc? Return to your former glory. I love the ink level window. Can you get a sense of that? Do you see the hint there? I use this pen quite a bit. This is the Fine. I've had this for about a year. I bought it in Paris last summer during their Bastille Day sales. I'm not sure that's what they call the sales, but that's when I got it. I got a fantastic deal on it. Very nice pen. I'm putting it away, so there's no problems. And I'll return to the Pelikan M1000, which is a very large pen. You can see in comparison to me, even panned out, it has some serious length and presence. Very nice. Ooh, a super chat from Ryan Casey. How are you, Ryan? What do you have to say? $4.99. Thank you so much. Just joined the 149 Club. Congratulations. Thanks for all your great videos on it. Got my 1960s Flexi EF back from Mark at Nib Grinder, and it's expressive joy. Wow, 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 wow. That is next level, my friend. Congratulations. You have chosen wisely. Thank you for the support of the channel, and congratulations on an excellent pen purchase. So very nice, Ryan. So I love the design of this. I see it very much rooted in early 20th century Art Nouveau language, with the curvilinear stylized Pelikan, very much of like an Art Nouveau. The top of the cap looks Art Deco, by the way. But, you know, the pants are sort of late 19th century design. They were designed after a pair of pants, which are like formal morning suit pants, which I love. And the nib is just the epitome of Art Nouveau, curvilinear shapes, organic shapes, just amazingly interesting. The nib here is 18 karat gold, which is pretty amazing. It's very soft, and that's owning to its size and just the materials that they use. It's I got this grid paper. The only thing I might fail you on is I can't remember which ink I put in here. I think I put in oxblood, but I think I forgot to clean it, and it might have had black before. So it just sort of looks like a hybrid color. That is not atypical for me. Oh, you know what though? I take it back. I might have put Bordeaux ink in here. I've been experimenting with Bordeaux inks. I bought a bunch of jars. This might be that. Let me get a little light. Yeah, this might be one of the Bordeaux's. It looks a bit purpley, right? I'm not sure, but let's just say The ink color is inconclusive. Perhaps Bordeaux, I'm not really sure. I really should write these things down, but you know, I get busy. I love the softness of this. I love the scribing noise too. You hear that? I don't know if you can make it out. I mean, this paper is pretty smooth, but you still get a nice sense of the texture of the paper. It just makes a nice sound. Yeah. So it's just one of the more interesting writing experiences. A bit of softness, a nice sound, a nice bit of balance in my hand, a good size. I like where the back of the pen hits. I don't post it. I feel like it'd be ridiculously long if I did. Aubrey's asking what nib size. So this is a fine, which is rare for me, but it's a fine. Thank you for that, Obs, my friend. Fine. Very important to say these things. Now, oh, I forgot I didn't turn. I'm writing and I'm thinking you can see it. So yes, it's a fine and it's still sort of in the medium territory. Very flowy. I think flowy is a good word. Very soft. Did I say soft? Maybe. It's just really nice. No skips, false starts, or whatever, as long as you pay attention to what you're doing. Pretty big pen. It's like 146 millimeters if memory serves. Maybe it's 149, but I'm going with 146. 34 grams. I don't know. So who am I when I write with the Pelikan? I think that's kind of an important thing. I would say that as classic as this pen looks with the green and black, I still feel like it's very subtle, that you can still take this to the office without much bother. Let me take out a super chat here. $10 super chat from Tom Holland, 39.55. Thank you for enriching my life each Tuesday. New member, count me in. Thank you, Tom, my friend. You are a new member. Welcome, and I am honored to have you. Thank you for supporting the channel in so many ways. Your generosity is much appreciated. So thank you. You guys see John F? John F. He's still here. I want to bring him into my office, but I kind of don't want to part with him too. Part of me wants to find a spot at home. I don't know. Anyway, John F. Kennedy, ladies and gentlemen, joining the channel. So I pick up this pen quite a bit. I don't have a problem using this as an everyday pen. The size does not put me off. Certainly not the nib and the performance. There's so much to say. I do want to try it though with the Pilot Custom Urushi side by side now that I just tried that, because this is kind of the part that I'm curious about. You have an ebonite pen here with layers of Urushi lacquer that are polished, that have a beautiful character to them. The color has a certain depth and richness that's unmatched. If someone dismisses it as being just like plastic, they just haven't spent enough time around it, which is okay. I probably would have thought the same thing before I bought one. Don't roll away on me, you. We don't get protective metal at the end. We do get some metal, but beautiful, substantial cap. A bit of Art Deco design here too. I think the red, gold, and black from design cues I think they have a fantastic conversation with each other. The top, certainly Art Deco. Clip, kind of similar to other custom series. The E23 is not too far off from this. Nice globe of gold at the end. Beautiful Urushi material. Urushi oil is the same stuff that's in poison ivy. You probably know that. I don't know if it's true, but someone said that if you're extremely allergic to Urushi oil, that you can have a reaction even to this. I don't know if that's true. I mean, there's so much, it's so polished and whatnot, but I don't know. What do I know? I'm not extremely allergic to Urushi oil. I've built my life building up a tolerance to Urushi oil, actually. I used to be terrifically allergic to poison ivy. And there was plenty of it on my property. Not so much now. I almost have it conquered through strategic work of dumping grass clippings. But I would get those lines where the vine would touch your skin, often here, and it would spread exponentially, like something out of a horror movie. It would be, oh, a little itchy, and then suddenly it would be half my forearm, and then it would go up to my neck, and it was just ghastly. It truly was. But somehow, I built up a tolerance. So now physics cannot make me itch. So no shenanigans with poison ivy for me anymore. I just kind of get small spots. But it is the same stuffs, if you will. Very similar. But okay, you're getting with this one. Oh, wow. So this is Konpeki ink, which really looks good on the page. It sort of leaps off, right? This nib is a medium that somehow looks much finer than the fine from Pelikan, doesn't it? You compare these. Doesn't it look much finer? I almost got the, I forget, is it medium fine or fine medium? But I almost got that one. It's a number 30 nib, and it is quite a large nib. I mean, the M1000 has a big nib. This is demonstrably bigger, but, well, I don't know. I'm saying demonstrably bigger. It's wider and maybe a millimeter taller. Maybe. They're actually quite similar, which is probably why they're in the same neighborhood. And they kind of are. That's why we're here today. They do both write with a certain amount of softness. So this is a very soft, yielding writer. It's a very unique writing experience. It's also very kind of girthy, if you will. So I feel like that gives me more control, which I really like. The grip has just a lot of real estate to hold on to. And I feel like it just kind of is easy to grip and easier for you to write with. So, very, very pleasant. It also has the kind of nib, if you put it parallel with your paper, you can get a little bit of line variation. Not from flexing, but just from the width and the discipline of using it, which I think is really important. I really do. But there's a few things to say about this pen. It's not a piston filler. Not a piston filler. You get, oh, I need more ink. You get a Con 70, which is a fine, an absolutely fine converter. But yeah, you know, for that much money, it'd be nice if it were integrated with a piston fill. It would add weight though. And I've often said before too, that it would be nice if it had something like a Con 70 Plus, like an upgraded version, metal steel, maybe instead of glass, Corning glass or something. Just a really hardy fill system. But alas, that is not to be. But that's okay, because it is an incredible material. How much of it to me is the material? I think with this, the material is gorgeous and decorative and nice, but I would say like 90% of writing with this is the nib. Like, that's why you reach for this. It's just a unique way of writing. You're just steering a very large nib across the page. Boop. And it's just pleasant. And the flow is great. It's just really, really pleasant. It's truly one of the most unique fountain pen experiences that I know. I suppose it should be for what it costs. I don't know, it's almost like the ultimate grail for me. Except that Hemingway Mont Blanc that's out there that I may one day pick up. I say I'll never buy it, but who's to say? Maybe one day. But the Pelikan is no slacker. It's definitely in the same neighborhood. It also has softness. You'll also feel quite a bit like you're painting your penmanship, because you're getting a fairly wide nib with a really supportive flow of ink, which I think is wonderful. I mean, I would say my handwriting is very similar for each of these. Now, Pelikans come in extra fine, fine, mediums, broads. Pelikan Urushi, commonly fine, medium, medium, and broad. I don't know if it comes in fine. It might. I'd have to do a little more research. I really wish I knew which ink was in here, but I'm going with Bordeaux. I've been doing a whole study on Bordeaux inks. I'm kind of fascinated with the coffee scented ink in my Schaefer, which is coming out this weekend. So this weekend I do a whole discussion. Well, weekend, Thursday at noon. Is that weekend? Kinda. That's when my video comes out, and it's all about how close to a gold nib the new Schaefer Legacy feels. So, how close? Well, find out Thursday. Coffee scented ink, which I have a little vial of here. I actually ended up buying a bottle because I liked it so much. But this is a little vial that Schaefer sent, which is very nice indeed. I don't know. I mean, there's something about Konpeki that's just making the custom Urushi look nicer to me. The Bordeaux ink is nice, though. It's like a black purple. I'm still not sure that's what this is, but I think it is, because it sure looks like it. I don't think, at first I thought it might have been oxblood mixed with black, but this looks like a Bordeaux. I do like it, whatever it is. So what else can I tell you about these two? Which one would I choose? Both. I really would. It's really hard to make a decision on these two. I mean, if you had the budget and the opportunity and they were both the same price, I would probably go with the Pilot, because it's a bit of a grail pen. It's a bit of a stretch, where the M1000 is one that I feel like you'd be able to find secondhand at some point. The Urushis are a little less common. Of course, it comes in that gorgeous Prussian blue too. This is the vermilion. The vermilion really caught my eye. I appreciated the Prussian blue, but not to the extent of the vermilion. The vermilion to me is just, you know, amazing. Just so So gorgeous, so much depth. And I just really appreciate the writing experience with this. I do. You can write small if you want. It just gives. It really has some nice softness. It's like a shock absorber when you write. I'm trying to decide while I speak with you about which nib I like better. They are rather similar in a way. This one is a little less soft, a little less. It feels very bouncy though when you flex it like that on the page. Yeah, I feel like I have more control with the Urushi. I just do. Pelikan always feels a little mad anyway. That's what I like about them. They're a little slightly out of control, where the Urushi just feels a little bit more control when you write. There are two L's in control? I think there are. Whoopsie. Very, very enjoyable. Beautiful nibs. You really can't go wrong with either of these, and that's why I didn't want to set them into opposition with each other. I mean, this is cellulose acetate. It doesn't have transparency anymore, so you don't have an ink level window on this bad boy, sadly. Unlike the M805 and M809 where you do. I wish you did. But very nice material. Not quite Urushi standards, but very nice. They actually complement each other very, very well. What do you guys think? Which one do you like? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments. I'd be curious to know. I can't set these in opposition. Pilot is one of my favorite brands. Pilot is so impressive with their QC across such a wide range of offerings, from gel pens all the way up to Pilot Custom Urushis, Namikis, and beyond. They just are absolutely amazing how well they do. And just the fact that a company like Pilot continues to have and foster a fine art, not fine art, excuse me, a fine writing division is so supportive to people like us that love what they do. It's probably a small single-digit percentage of the pens they sell, but they're just so, so good. Steve Post loves both. Can't blame you there. Yeah, Pilot's QC, Pilot's incredible craftsmanship, the Urushi, the color, the traditional Japanese decorative arts that go back thousands of years, Urushi decoration. My wife works with art from China, Japan, India, the Middle East, Vietnam, Cambodia. She handles a lot of Japanese art, a lot of Urushi pieces, and always gravitates to my Pilot Custom Urushi. Even when I bought it, she was okay with it. She was, I mean, she's very supportive in general, but she was very, very supportive of this because it was Urushi, because it was a piece of art. So I will say that Pelikan is made in Germany. You know, I love Pelikan. I don't know if it's sort of the anthropomorphic pelican face looking at you when you use it, but there's a lot of personality here, a lot of warmth. You know, I was just thinking, how many pelicans are on a Pelikan? Does anybody know how many pelicans are on a Pelikan? I think there's at least 4, 5. there's There's 5. So there's 2 on the nib. There's 2 on the cap. And then there's 1 on the clip. Now they're not hiding any other Pelikans anywhere, right? So there are 5 Pelikans on a Pelikan M1000. That's pretty great. It really is. Ooh, super chat. I love super chats. Let's see what this person has to say. Brick by Brick 75, $20 super chat. Thank you so much. 7 days into my walking challenge on my microprocessor knee and have not missed a day. Well done. Don't you stop. That's fantastic. Slow as a turtle, but still I am hitting 8,500 to 10,000 steps per day. That's more steps than I do. So fantastic. Keep it going. Wonderful news. I'm so glad you are moving along. That is absolutely brilliant. So thank you for the super chat, and I appreciate that. You know, I'm a bit like Ron Burgundy. I'll pretty much read anything that's in a super chat, so I should be more careful with what goes into super chats, because I'm like, oh, a super chat, and then I'll just read it. Hemingway Jones, you're so boring. Oh, wow, wait, what? So, yeah, there is that. So I want to tell you a story about what is coming up, and that is I am going to Washington. So August 8th, I will be at the DC Super Pen Show. I couldn't sit out another year. I would have felt left out. I'm going down in the morning. I'm flying in. I'll be there around noon. I'm staying till close, and then I'm going back to the airport and flying back to Boston. So I'll be doing it all in a day. I don't want to be apart from Imogen overnight. And I'm a little nervous, to be honest. Flying alone worries me. And I'm a little worried I might get stuck and not make it back and in time, you know, and that makes me a little nervous. But I mean, I think I'll be fine. Boston to Washington flights are fairly regular, so should get home fine. A couple of generous people have offered to pick me up at the airport and drive me to the pen show, which is lovely. So lovely, so generous. I really appreciate it. I get hesitant because I don't want to take advantage of anyone. I just don't want to, like, you know, be like, oh, you know, he's getting driven around by people. It just seems, I don't want to, like, I don't know, exercise undue influence or something. So I figure I should probably just take car service. But I'm excited to meet everyone. So please, if you see me and you go, just say hi. It would be nice. I'm literally going to see everyone. So yeah, don't be shy or anything. I get very anxious in big crowds and stuff, but I'll be fine. I've done it before and I was fine. I was able to hide it all, to just, you know, break out of my shell. So I'm excited to go and to meet everyone and to see some of my friends in the pen community, some of which I haven't seen in 2 years. So I am really excited to see everyone, to meet everyone, and to film. I really want to film. If you see me and you want to hold the camera, that would be fantastic. So I might need some camera people because I won't have Helen to film me. I might be able to set up a camera just like on an object, but I do want to film my adventures too. So that'll be fun. We have some super chats. Love some super chats. Okay. Dr. Cole, my friend, 1999 super chat. Have a new 149 where Mont Blanc installed the nib. I've never obtained writing despite them trying to fix it 3 times. Oh no, consider returning and using a dealer. Recommendations including a dealer I can trust. Wow. Dr. Cole, I'm so afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm really sad to hear that. I hate hearing all these stories of people having problems with their Mont Blanc. I am one of those people. I have had issues with my Mont Blanc. So I'm really sorry that you did. I don't know. there are many people. I'm trying to think who carries them. Not a lot of my friends in the pen community carry Montblanc. I'm pretty sure that Drew does in Washington at Faraday's. I'm pretty sure he carries them. I would trust him with anything. And then, of course, Joost Appelboom carries them, and you can trust him as well. But like Atlas doesn't carry Montblanc, and some of my other friends don't. So maybe try those or go to a boutique. I'm just sorry you had a bad experience, and that's the problem with them. They better up their game. They better. And thanks for the super chat. I appreciate it. Joss A. Shapiro, $9.99. Hello, I'm in Milan. Oh, lucky you. Are there any Italian pens I should check out while I'm here? Hey, how are you? I'm so excited for your adventures. If you go, I'm sure you've gone into the Duomo. Check out this statue, and I forget the saint's name. Is it Bartholomew who got skinned? And he's carrying his own skin. It's a fantastic sculpture. Please do not miss it. It's one of my favorites I've ever seen. And it's in the Duomo. It's off on the right with the giant chains that have all the paintings hanging down. And he's holding his skin, and it's glorious. I've spent hours in front of it. It's like a perfect anatomical study. And it's amazing. He's so nonchalant about being skinned. It doesn't bother him at all. But that's not what you asked. You asked about pens. You know, it's hard. What is the quintessential Italian pen? For me, right now, it's Aurora. Aurora, when I spent a lot of time in Venice and they had the little tchotchke shops and the tobacco areas, there was always Aurora pens everywhere. And I always wanted one, and then I got one, and I wasn't that happy with it. And now I am happy with it. But I don't know. I guess if I wanted something flawless and I was in Italy, I'd probably find a Scribo, because they are brilliant. Joost Appelboom has Scribo. He sent me one. Brilliant. So smooth, so pretty, so precise and lush and fantastic in its writing experience. So that, I would probably lean heavy to Scribo. Because Visconti, if I were in Florence, I'd probably pick up a Visconti if I didn't have one at the boutique. Very nice people there. Beautiful pieces and examples of their work. It's cool to pick up something from their flagship. 26 years ago when I was in Florence, I bought a pair of Ferragamo shoes at their flagship, and I still have them. And that was a great experience. So why not a pen? So if you go to Florence, maybe pick up one of those. But I vote Scribo. That's what I vote. I had to think about it. Okay. Ink. Oh, and have a wonderful trip. And, you know, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Ink Stained Adventures, $10. Thank you so much. HJ, I'm going to have to stop watching you for a while. Oh, please don't do that. I have taken the No by July pledge, and your show tempts me too much. Laugh out loud. Blame the juicy broads for it. Oh, is that something that Vanessa did? And Lori, that's awesome. No by July. Hey, I think the Hemingway Jones channel is always no buy. I'm always suggesting that we pick up our pens secondhand. I don't want to entice you into parting with hard-earned money unnecessarily. I'll celebrate when you buy something. You certainly have a right to buy whatever you want to buy. I don't criticize. I try to be very accepting of all pens. There are several I haven't tried. I get tempted. I don't think I've bought a pen this year. I'll have to check my receipts. And that's amazing. If that's true, it's the first year I haven't bought a pen. But that's a dangerous thing. It's very, very dangerous. Why? Why is it dangerous? Because I'll probably go to Washington that Saturday, August 8th, and there'll be a Hemingway Mont Blanc there. It'll be $4,000. My wife won't be there to stop me. And I'll say, I haven't bought a pen all year. So I would have easily spent $4,000 on different Mont Blancs and a Pelikan and this, that. So I'll just buy this one to make up for the fact I can rationalize anything. Anything. And it's August. So it wouldn't even violate the no buy July if I were doing the no buy July, which I am not specifically doing. I bought ink. I did buy this sepia ink. It was $18. So won't kill me. But the purchases this year have been very strategic. I've been buying other stuff, paper. Been exploring a lot with paper. And there's some videos coming out on it, which I think you'll love. I found some stuff that will astound you. Things I bought on a whim that ended up being absolutely brilliant and in a perfect size. You're going to love it. So paper has been something that I've really gotten into. But pens, I just haven't been that inspired. Certainly nothing new has been exciting me. And to be honest, I mean, Yoast sent a package that was so generous and so nice. It was like a couple years worth of Grail pens. And I'm still enjoying them. I have a video coming out next week on one of them, which I think you'll love. If you know Tarsum Singh, if I say Tarsum Singh and you go, oh my God, I love him, then you're going to love that video. And if you know the fall features in my video. It's really powerful. It's next week. This week is Schaefer, which I also love. I am a big Schaefer fan. And I'm kind of surprised at how good the legacy is. I still have York. I have 2 Yorks. This is broken York, which fell off my desk, and I gorilla glued his jaw shut. So he's no longer articulated. But I can do, alas, poor York. I knew him, Horatio. These lips I kissed. He took me on his back, but I now have 2. There's one on the shelf and there's one here. I was going to bring it to my office, but maybe a little too macabre for banking. I'm not sure. I mean, as it is, I'm a bit of an anomaly. The stationary nerd at the office. Word got out. Everyone knows. My worlds have collided. Hemingway Jones has bled into my work life. Everyone in the office knows. And I even went to an event recently where someone asked me if I was Hemingway Jones. So it's working the other way too. Let's have a little bit of fun with my Waterman 52, 100-year-old pen with a clay de sapphire. This is a fantastic pen. You have a lot of fun with these. The drama here is, do you take it out? Do you take it out of the house? Because these can be dangerous. Oh, there's something in the tines. There's like a hair or something. Oh my God, yeah. Cat hair. Oh my God. Ophelia. Ophelia's the cat. I knew it felt off and I was like, what's going on? But a lot of fun for Flex. Vintage Flex is a rare beast. Kind of a new take. I'm not sure why I wrote Venice. But you can have a lot of fun with signing your name with this because you get this like glorious downstroke. It might take a half hour for it to dry. It's pretty nice, right? What do we think of that? Pretty nice. My hands are shaking a little bit of like calorie depraved. I got a little ink on my leather mat here, but it wipes up pretty well. I knew it would take a lot of abuse. I have my shop towel. You got to have a shop towel if you're a fountain pen fan. Oh yeah, I got myself. Nobody else got hit but me. Why am I always getting myself? Oh, thanks for all the thumbs up, guys. I should have said thank you. I saw all the thumbs flying. I don't know. What's your favorite of the pens that I used tonight? The Pelikan Urushi? I mean, look at the color. It's like a beacon. It's like a flame. I really like writing with this. The Pelikan M1000. Kind of a very sophisticated pen. I do love it. The Red Ripple Waterman 52. Just the 52, no half. This is the full size 52. I will be busting out the 52 and a half. I also need to get my Waterman 5 fixed. It's one of my favorites. Pelikan M1000 is your favorite. Jesse Borden says, my signature isn't legible by any stretch of the imagination. To be honest, neither is mine. This is a stylized signature that I use quite a bit. I often use it in the Pen Pal group, but it's not my actual signature. I guess I'm melding both of my personalities together, Timothy and Hemingway Jones. I have a signature I use for work because I sign my name a lot. It's part of what I do quite a bit. Ooh, here's someone, probably Mash Sheldon. All beautiful pens, but the vintage Waterman is tickling my fancy. You have good taste. It's a brilliant pen. Oh, you know, one more too is the Mont Blanc 149. Oh, it's pretty funny. I was trying to switch the cameras and I was doing it on the ink pad because I forgot that I have to touch the trackpad. You get a little confused. This has Mont Blanc Midnight Blue in it. This is a fine. It's a fine nib. It looks wider than all of them. But it was fixed by Kirk. Oops, I messed that up. There we go. Kirk Spear. Oh, I've been kind of experimenting with an S. A cursive S that looks kind of like this. I like it because it looks like a G clef a little bit. What do you think of this S? So it's kind of like up and then around and then you go. And it's kind of cool. I guess I don't make it the same way twice, which is fairly typical for me. Yeah, I can't make it the same way twice. But it's similar. I do really get focused on different letters. I really do. I searched far and wide for a letter D, a capital. Kind of settled on this one. My T's can be here, 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 all kinds of T's. But I really like this S. Yeah, it's a good S. So this is a nice pen too. I can't put it down. Literally and figuratively. Montblanc makes some beautiful pens. It's just every time I see one, I get a little nervous that I'm going to buy it and it's going to disappoint me. That's what bothers me. Oh, I see some love for my capital S. Name like nobody else. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. I need to put up some more cursive videos. We'll do that. I got some great stuff coming up. This week is the Schaefer Chevron coffee scented ink and a nib that feels like gold. Or does it? Am I complimentary or am I going to destroy it? I don't remember. Actually, I do. But check it out this Thursday, won't you? I'd really appreciate it. Wow. Well, this was fun. I hope you enjoyed it. I feel like we have said all there is to say. I guess if I were to wrap up and I had to choose between these two, I would take the Urushi. I would. I love this. I don't want to part with it. I'm glad I own it. But if I had to choose, this one does have the edge on writing experience. This one is superior in every other way. The piston fill, the balance, it's even really pretty. Although this is red. I really like the red. But I would go Urushi. Maybe I'm crazy, but that's how I feel. Oh, it spins really nicely. I never noticed that. It spins. You could play Spin the Fountain Pen at a party if you were a teenager. Anyway, I guess on that exciting bombshell, it's time to end. But I do want to thank you all for watching, as I always do. It's a privilege to spend this hour with you. Thank you so much for spending some of your scarce leisure time with me. I do appreciate it, and I consider it an honor, and I'll always strive to entertain you. So thank you. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I'd love to have you on this journey with me. And we got a new video coming out Thursday, so I can promise you we'll see each other again very, very soon, further up the road. So take care, and I'll see you Thursday. Yay. And next week. Bye-bye.